Today we are going to implement another design. The design is from designer Masad, which is a landing page, kind of real estate web page. It has many fundamental elements where we are going to use in many other web designs. Like for the following tutorials, we probably will use some of the flex layout, typography, spacing, and like background color, gradients, and so on and so forth. If you are new here, I'm Junta. I help people write bad code. So we are going to implement this whole page in this session, but I guess it will be a long session, so we probably will break it down to maybe 2 videos. We will going to implement all the elements on the page, the navigation bar, background image, the gradient, and the hero section, and the search what do you call that, search box, which has different criteria, and you can, when you search, you probably will see a list of search result, but we're not going to touch that part. We only will be focusing on the implement of this mockup. And yeah, let's get started. All right, let's working on the heading section. So we will create a separate section inside the content. So we can start with section. It has h1, and beneath the h1 there's a paragraph, and on the paragraph there is a features container, right? So inside that features container, there are 3 different features. We'll put them dot features, and it has 3 of them. We'll times 3, but inside each feature it has a number and a description, right? So it has 3 of them. Yeah, when we expand the emit expression, but yeah, we have this section that has all the elements we need. So in the view, it looks like this, which is good. We will fix them in the CSS, and let's put them inside a what do you call that, a hero. So for this hero section, let's give it a class name called hero, maybe hero. So for the hero, we want it has a margin block, which is top and bottom, maybe 4 rem, or yeah, it's pretty big, let's say. And for inside the hero h1, it has a font size of maybe 3.5 rem, and also we want them to be like half of the container, so we give it a width of like 50% to like narrow it down into a into the left hand side. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we can put it 3.2. Yeah, it's like 2 lines, and we will fix that typography issue later on. Let's working on the content first. And for the paragraph, hero paragraph, the color is kind of washed out, the 99. Yeah, it looks good. And for the features, definitely it's a flex box, and we want them to have a gap of like a half RAM. And also for the feature, we would like them all take evenly distributed along the way. So the flex will be 1 for all of them, and we need to add some space in between, right? So the features itself need a margin, maybe 1 rem, margin block, 1 rem, and for the paragraph as well, margin block, 1 rem. Let's look at the design. Okay, looks like the features has more has more margins, and their color is fine, but for the feature, the description, the font size is smaller. We'll give it 0.8 rem, and for the color it will be maybe grayish as well. But for the numbers, it has much larger font size. We say font size to be 2 rem, and the font style will be a little bit bold according to the design. Yeah, obviously there is a different color in a plus sidebar, so we need to make that as well. So we can wrap this plus inside a container, which we give it a span dot highlight, and yeah, we need all them to be inside all of them. Span dot highlight, and this one as well, span dot highlight. All right, so for this highlight, we will need to give it different color. Let's say color, it looks like a bluish color, but let's give it like a highlight, color highlight, and define the color in our CSS variables. Here we say it blue for now, and we can fix that issue later on. But now we pretty much have this kind of design for the top two sections, and when they need the font to be matched, right? I found this font is pretty similar to our design, not exactly the same, but it's pretty similar. It's a serif font. So by select the regular and the bold color, the bold weight, we can download this font and use them. Actually, we don't have to download them. We can use this font in our design. We can either link it in HTML or import it into the CSS. Let's start with this link into HTML version. So just like other CSS import, we link it inside, and then we will use a font family, this one. Actually, we use this part and define a CSS variable on the top of the section. Let's say font, what do you call that? It's heading. We give it name like this, and then if we go back to our design, and for the heading 1, we give it font family var font heading. That will make the difference, right? But yeah, the problem is it's creating 3 lines. We'll make it smaller maybe. Okay, it's maybe increase the width a little bit, maybe 55%. Yeah, I think it's pretty much like the design. Also, I guess the logo here need a separate font, so we get a font family heading for the rail as well. So now I think it's pretty much like the design. Yeah, we probably can create more space on the top section here, which is defined in the hero section, right? It's 4, maybe go to 5. Yeah, it looks pretty similar to the design. All right, so we also noticed the rail is kind of not quite aligned with the rest of the content. Let's find out what happens here. Yeah, I guess the problem is for the list item anchor, we have this 1 rem padding. We can get rid of this by overriding it in the logo. Yeah, the problem is the anchor here has a padding, so let's override it by seeing more specific rows. Let's see list item here, list item a dot logo, padding left to be 0, right? It can override the default one, so it has more aligned with others. And if we close this DevTools, we kind of got this design just as what we are expecting. So okay, let's now working on the search box. We will again define a different section. Let's call it search. All right. So inside the search, let's implement the tab first. We have a ul.tabs, and inside it we have 3. Maybe we put it inside a list item, and each one has a anchor inside, right? So it's pointing to the current page as well. It has 3 of them. And then the first one is rent, second one is buy, and then sell. All right, so the first one is, we can call it active. The last 2 is like is still waiting for user to click. Yeah, we want these tabs to be flexible, and we will make the round corner for the rest elements. Let's start with search. So tabs, maybe we should switch to over here. Okay, tabs, flags, display flags, right? And the gap, maybe 1 rem. It doesn't actually matter much. And for each inside, each tab inside, we would like, actually we want this activity to be in this item itself rather than the anchor. The color to be in individual items, like list. If it's .active, background color is white, color is black. And for the tabs, normal list items, the background color is white, and background color is black and the color is white, right? Is that A? Yeah. And also we want some paddings. Actually we don't need the gap here, but we do need a padding for all the atoms. It's 1 rem, and it's top bottom, and for the left and right it's 2 rems, right? It looks more real, but for the first one, what happened is we want this to be the anchor, right? And we need the first element and the third element to have different border radius. Okay, we need the tabs list atom anchor first. First child of list, the anchor inside it to have a border radius, which is 1 rem for the top left corner. For the rest, it's all 0. And for the tabs last child, it would have border radius 2, but the first one is 0 and the second one is 1. Third and the fourth are all 0, right? So now it looks more real. It has a border here and border radius or round the corner here and here. Yeah, this is about the tabs. Now you have it. Today we learned how to implement this web design exactly as the mockup. If you haven't yet, please consider to subscribe so you can be notified when I have any new releases. Also, please click a like, and yeah, if you like, please share that with your friends as well. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.